बोल। ओम शांति। Create the awareness of being an instrument with the quality of humility and constantly constructive. This will help us to create the balance between humility and authority. Is the authority of knowledge. Knowledge is understanding. This will help us to create a beautiful balance during day. Keep creating this awareness and check if there is balance. It will also help you to be carefree. And there will be constant success. Om Shanti.
हसरत है हमारी बाबा कर दो वो पूरी आके, मिल जाओ प्यारे बाबा हम बच्चों से आके, मिल जाओ प्यारे बाबा हम बच्चों से आके।
ब्राह्मण जीवन में देना है या लेना है? देना है। अगर देने वाली चीज से लेने वाली चीज श्रेष्ठ है तो लेना हुआ या देना हुआ? क्या हुआ? देना हुआ ना कि लेना हुआ? लेना हुआ तो देना पड़ेगा। देना है ये सोचते हो तो भारी होते हो, लेना है तो सदा खुश रहेंगे, हिम्मत में रहेंगे। देने में सोचते हो देना मुश्किल है, लेकिन पहले लेते हो फिर देते तो कुछ भी नहीं हो। है ही क्या? है कुछ? है आपके पास? क्या है जो आपको देंगे? क्या है? दी तो अच्छी चीज जाती है या खराब दी जाती है? तो क्या अच्छा है आपके पास? धन अच्छा है, मन अच्छा है,
प्रेम से प्राणों को सींचे, रसीली तान की ये डोर आपकी ओर ही खींचे, आपकी ओर ही खींचे। रूहानी स्नेह का जादू आपकी मीठी बातों में, रूहानी स्नेह का जादू आपकी मीठी बातों में।
Om Shanti. With the feeling of being an instrument and being humble, construct the new world. The balance of being humble and an authority. The speciality of a server is of being a very humble world servant who has the authority of knowledge. To the extent that you remain humble, you accordingly remain a carefree emperor. Maintain the balance of being humble and an authority. The consciousness of having humility and of being unlimited and an instrument are the main basis of successful service. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Avyakti Parivar. Today is day 18 with the feeling of being an instrument and being humble. Construct the new world. Today's topic, the balance of being humble and an authority. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti. Is everyone okay? Everyone well? Yes, that's good. Baba has taught us how to keep ourselves okay and well, right? With remembrance of Baba, we keep settling whatever comes on the way of settling. But then we're creating fortune, right? So Baba's Mooli, what gives us happiness? Receiving or giving? Some people, when they receive, they get very excited, right? Very happy. But then we keep receiving, so it gets accumulated. Then you want to give, right? When we are at service, anything we have, when it is used and it helps or gives happiness or cooperation, we feel very happy. I know that there are certain things, we don't use immediately. And someone is in need, and you give that to that person. Not only it's used in worthwhile way, but that person also really feels very grateful for it. But also we feel happy. I can only say what my personal experience is. Because many times certain things come. I remember one time I had something and a sister came from Mexico and her foot got swollen in the flight, whatever reason. So she couldn't wear her slippers. And I had the extra pair. She wanted something very light. So I gave her. And it was there for quite a while because you only give when people can use it. Right? And it was so useful. and she was so happy. So giving is whenever, whatever is the need of anyone. And if that person cannot manage and you are able to give. But here our giving is not just physical, right? Maximum calls which I receive is, can we get sakash? Can we get Baba's power? Baba's love? So we keep receiving from Baba. And if I am receiving, how do I know? My capacity to give keep increasing. You will be very loving. You will create understanding of knowledge in many different ways. You keep vibrations and vibrations. So giving, I think, is very, very, makes you happy. And of course, as I've been saying, one is to earn income. And that's why doing elevated action. But other is receiving blessings. And we need both, right? I realized that I had been really living on blessings. And of course, whatever Baba makes us instrument for. But now I keep aim. As you all must have heard, that some of us are invited to go to London for this opening. And Jayantiben said it, a beautiful invitation was sent, and I said yes, even if it's for one night. But I am just saying, okay, so much blessings I will receive. My treasure store will be full. It's first time after a long time, it's an international gathering. And Dadi Janki's foundation, because I remember whole history of London when I came, and after that Dadi came. And then we had been seeing all the progress, expansion. So it is important, right, to give in whatever way, and that's earning our income. And when we earn income, we also get a lot of blessings, right? So giving, I think, always is what makes us very rich, very wealthy. Not only that, but we feel very full. You feel very full, powerful, loveful, like full. So this is what Baba had been telling us to think about what you like, give and take. So tomorrow's homework is how to create a balance of humility and authority. Humility is not subservient. In humility, you have self-respect, you have your own rights, and also Baba says authority. In authority, there is no humility, but in humility, there should be authority. There are some souls, they take sorrow. Sometimes they feel that someone else trying to govern, but it cannot happen. You can be very humble, respect everyone, but you cannot take any authoritative behavior of anyone, right? But then if I create the balance so that no one can use authority over me. And also our dadis, they had authority, but they were so humble. I still remember very sweetly, Dadi Prakashpani will say, Mohini, will you do this? You should do this. She has authority, but they all ask us to do things in a respectful and a humble way. And because of that, our respect towards them is maintained. You know, it's a very, very important point for our homework and bring in our personality the balance of humility and authority. They might seem to be the words which we have heard many times, but this is the time to check and watch in your interaction with others. What is visible in your personality can be both. When you are respectful, that means you are humble. And when you are determined and firm, this weekend we have a retreat in Peace Village on anger management. And it's very full because I think anger is something which bothers people, and there is a lot of repentance and the guilt after doing it. It could be in action, it could be through eyes, it could be through words. Many, many ways the anger get expressed. And of course, Baba's children have, I always say, not gross type of anger, but even to put pressure on someone, be forceful on something, that is not also acceptable. You have to find some other way instead of putting pressure. Sometimes it does happen that you need more help, more task has to be done. If there is love and happiness, everyone will get it accomplished. But if it is pressure, the person gets tired, right? And then one is refusing, other is not able to do. And we are Baba's all children. We have volunteered, dedicated, committed our life to Baba and Baba's service. But of course, every person has different personality, but this is what is godly and spiritual personality, is of balance. So Baba says, it's very interesting when Baba is saying that when you are humble, you remain carefree emperor. Now the connection of being humble and carefree emperor. Because when we do something which is not right, whether according to time or according to proportion, later on, you definitely get concerned that my behavior, my words shouldn't have been like that. So you get concerned and worried, cannot be carefree. So it's so interesting to experience that carefree stage. And that is through this balance. So I was saying that when there is humility, you become unlimited. That's another point to underline. You become unlimited. Because of humility, you cross all the boundaries. Otherwise, at every step, there is a limit, there is boundary, there is obstacle. Shubha is saying that you remain unlimited and you are able to attain success at every step. So how many things you will get? You will be carefree, you will be unlimited, you will be successful by having the personality of humility and authority. Om Shanti.
Good evening, Didi. Om Shanti.
Om
Om Shanti,
Shanti.
everyone.
Om Shanti.
So I loved what you were sharing about balance of humility and authority. So if someone is showing authority on me, how would I, with humility, handle it?
First is that whatever is creating a kind of feelings in you, where either you are upset but you don't want to say anything, you are hurt, you keep that hurt, you kind of disturb your own self. Now, first thing, that shouldn't happen, right? Humble doesn't mean, as I said, submissive. Some are, I always tell them, like recently I had one or two situations which I said, you can be humble but not submissive, and those who are firm, internally, then no one can use over authority, right? Okay,
Right.
if you have in department, you can tell me you have that authority, but you cannot force me, right? You cannot say things like which are not relevant or very pleasant. But don't take sorrow, don't sit with that, because that will make you very weak. You will lose self-trust, you will lose self-confidence. And mostly people say, I'm not going to do anymore. I won't take this responsibility. So what's wrong with what you're doing and responsibility, right? So we give
Right.
up very quickly. So I will just say, don't be submissive. And humility also have self-respect. And you cannot allow anyone to attack your self-respect. And even if they do, you should not be affected, right? Because some people have their way of authority, in the sense they are authoritative. And a lot of people get disturbed, but I always say, you do what you have to do, right? Why you give up because of anyone? Or why you sit with sorrow? So
Right.
understanding, when I think that, when it comes to, as it was recently, obedience or Hanji, that also comes with respect, not with authority, right?
Right.
So I will suggest to both those who have more authority than they should use, or those who are not only humble but very submissive. Oh, I don't want to quarrel. I don't want to confront. I said, that's not the answer. Who wants to quarrel or confront?
We
But
shouldn't be afraid.
yeah, you should stand for it. If you
Right.
are right, if you are right, you are right. No. Otherwise, sometimes, even if you tell other person, is the habit, is the nature of authority. It's kind of bossiness. And I always tell,
Sometimes what I've noticed is those who are submissive, they're afraid that service will be taken away if they say something.
not, yeah, that could be the reason, but one reason is they don't want to face it.
Right. They don't want to face. Yes.
And I think that if you face it once, then second time other person will have to think, right?
Right.
Otherwise, if you are submissive and you don't say anything, you give up and you say, I am going 2-3 days now to be in isolation. I can't deal with it. Why can't we deal with it? No, we
Right.
should be standing for our rights and be very firm. Also continue to do what you are doing, right? I
Right.
remember that when I was young, so we were corrected, right? Didi and Dadi, this is not right, this word is not right, this is not right. So we said, but Didi, if you think I can't do, why should I do? You give someone else. No, you have to do. You still have to do. You have to do accurately. So they never let us, give up. Otherwise, today we wouldn't have been what we are. So that kind of weakness which emerges of getting isolated or denying I cannot do it, I think that shouldn't happen, right?
Right, right. Didi, you were talking about the power to face, but when you are saying about giving up, I was thinking as part of power of tolerance is not giving up, I think. There's power to face, but also not giving up is also important in this, in humility, and it is part of tolerance. What would you say? Like when you were saying, you don't give up, it's like if you give up so easily, then you don't have the power to tolerate.
Right, or ignore it. You can ignore Maya too, right?
Right.
So if you ignore that person, he will feel or she will feel humiliated and won't do it next time. So I think you're not hurting anyone, but at least you should stay in your self-respect and
Right.
just, sorry, I can't do this or that's not right somewhere. But you take it in and then keep your energy, wasteful thoughts, that's not a right kind of response.
Right, right. Didi, when you started this today's session, you said that most of the time people come to you to ask for sakash, ask for love, Baba's power. I'm very curious. When you say you're giving sakash, what is it that you're doing? Teach us how to give sakash.
One very common demand in India, especially, even here, just give me drishti, just give me drishti, just give me drishti. It's like long queue for taking drishti. Now what happens that I feel there are many, they are not able to experience Baba, right? In the sense of Baba's love, Baba's presence. So Baba is not here. And in Madhuban, they keep saying, there is no one here. I said, can you all stop saying it? No one is here. You all are here, we are here. And we have to do what Baba's task is. So I said, I don't want to hear when I come here to Shantivan or anywhere, oh, because this happens, because nobody is there. I said, everybody is there. Baba is there, Dadi is ancestor souls, but we are also there. So I think they want to experience that belonging. They want to experience love. They want to feel that we are being heard. Somebody is listening to us. All these things are very much into the need. And then there are so many. So whatever we could do. So see, sakash is not something we give. You stay in Baba's remembrance and give drishti.
And then Baba will give.
Baba gives love, Baba gives light mind. When I'm listening to anyone's problem or situation, I immediately tell Baba, Baba, you are listening, because he can help with settle karmic accounts, right? I can only have good wishes. So I don't take it, I immediately say, Baba, you come and you listen with me. Because whatever Baba can give, whether power or burn someone's sanskar, I can't do that, right?
Right.
So bring the presence of Baba. And then, of course, then again they will come to you and say, give sakash, give drishti. But it is Baba's, from Baba the light might comes.
Mm-hmm.
And Dadi Janki always, we don't give, it's just be that,
Right.
Like sun, we say to sun, give us little heat, give us little light. No, be a sun. No? So being and be with Baba will bring that experience of whatever the soul's needs are.
Mhm. That's beautiful, Didi, to just invoke Baba and then Baba does it. In Sunday's Murli was a beautiful Murli. At the end, Baba was saying that, double foreigners have a lot of love for service, but now you have to claim the certificate of power. So what was your understanding of this power that Baba wants us to have?
Whenever we are on journey or we're doing any task, there will always be some difficulties or some situations, some obstacles, right? Now, there are a lot of people who begin things and they give up, halfway. They say, oh, I can't manage anymore. But, when we were very young, Dadi Gulzar, one time, we were just new teachers. She said, definition of a good teacher is that you start a task and finish the task. But if in between few things happen, it could happen, no? Even if you are traveling, but you have to reach destination, right? So some of the obstacles to come. So that is what Baba really meant, is that, don't give up. In whatever task you have to accomplish, you have to accomplish. So power, that is called power, in the sense of whether it is determination, power of faith, power of yoga, any kind of power. Use it. I have a lot of faith in Baba, but I'm worrying, how does it go? One time I remember we had just taken Peace Village, and one midnight I just woke up and I was concerned about something. And I heard Baba saying, you have faith in me? I said, of course I have faith in you. So why are you worrying? And next morning around 11, that thing got resolved. Was a big thing. So we know that as much we say, Baba, this is your task. I am helping in your task. I am instrument. We do it other way around. Baba, you help me.
Right.
Right? So whose task is this? It's a little difference. But
Right.
as soon as you say, like I always say in Peace Village, but it was Baba, no, who have this. This is Baba's task. Then you feel very light. Not only that, but you are making Baba active to respond to that. And also, obstacles are removed. So we remain powerful in the sense of, if you have started, you get it accomplished. And I always tell anyone, whether here or anywhere, that even little bit doubt, if it comes in the mind, even little bit of energy goes low, everything will gradually go low. Whatever happen, keep your elevated stage and say to Baba, Baba, this is your task. And you will see how the help will be given. Because I've seen many places. So I always try to see that every Baba's child, Baba's instrument, should keep their energy elevated. Within the thoughts, as soon as you find, oh, I don't know if I could come, you finish, right? Your thought has no power. Oh, I will, why not? I think I can do it, we can do it. So that's the power, So we have to do it instantly. Like body, you not feel strong. Then you take nutrition, you take vitamin, you take something. So same is our mind. When it gets weak or entangled somewhere, or confusion or doubt, then it gets weak. So we have to immediately see what can be done about it.
Right. Didi, you were just sharing that the decision that helped you go to Oxford is this feeling of blessings, that you're going to get blessings from everyone. You want to share more about that?
When I come back or now?
Okay, when you come back, maybe. When you come back. I really liked it, that if you don't want to do something, just think about all the blessings you're going to get from doing it.
know what happened when I looked at Gentleman and look at sister, I suddenly felt that this is the time that the Janki should have been here, but her part has changed. And Dadi Janki always used to tell me, like make me say yes for so many things which I have never done. Because I was 15, 16 when I came to Baba. So everything I learned is really here, right? So
Right.
Dadi, I will say, Dadi, I have never done this. Oh, you can do it. I said, okay, if you say I will do it. So I suddenly like felt a lot of love for the family internationally or even in London, because I used to go every year to London for our call of time or something or other. And it had been long time. So we said, okay, we go. Right?
That's
So
wonderful.
when I come back, I share.
Yes, when you come back, you share. Um, a couple more questions about today's blessing. Baba was talking about power to merge and power to pack up, and how both of them are concentrated on this point. So, what has been your practice?
Sometimes you see something, hear something, and you have to merge it. You don't necessarily have to speak about it and then express it.
What's the difference between suppressing something and merging it?
No, suppression is when you can't accept something. And merging is that drama, you accept it, but don't keep coming back into same thoughts and words again. So Mama used to say a lot that merging is like in the ocean, and suppression is that it could come on the surface anytime, right? It could
Right.
come back in the thoughts. But if you have merged, it's like a lot of practice is required in merging. When Baba talks about merge in my love, it's a kind of, then you are colored by that. You have whole experience of love. So merging also is let it go, in other words, and which is important for many things. I remember there are some people, it is lack of understanding or control. They must speak out everything. And I said, you don't need to repeat it. You could have merged it, but they don't know what is merging, how to merge it. Merge, in other words, is don't repeat it,
Don't repeat.
It's not worth doing.
Like even mentally not to repeat it to yourself.
And
right.
same, yeah, pack up also is like that.
Is like not repeating it. Pack up is also not repeating it.
Pack up basically is, wind up. When people have spread a lot, we say, pack up now, when you're going to pack up. That means if there is some details which you're really not useful, then pack up, And also pack up has a deeper meaning of what I am going to carry with me when I leave body, what soul will carry, right? In sanskar, whatever is packed. So pack up here also is, I only take what I have to travel with, right? Like we going to London.
Right. That you're not going to take excess baggage.
Yeah, baggage. So what is my baggage? So I always remind.
But I'm sure you have a lot of tolis to take. So there might be some excess baggage.
We have a lot of tolis, we have a lot of gifts, lot of things. Yes, of course. It's a family, you don't go to family without gifts too.
Right.
But luckily now, if we tell Amazon, they can make it reach London. So some of the things we're delivering directly there because you can't carry everything.
Right. So sorry, Didi, for the tangent. So you were talking about pack up, like excess baggage.
Yeah. So our travel journey is with our sanskars, right?
Right.
Nothing will go, just my sanskars. Mind and intellect also is based on sanskar. So I always remind myself what I would want to say myself, what kind of sanskars, or whether it is golden aged sanskar, or if I have to go home, what I could carry home, what I could carry to golden age. I only pack up that, right? No, many times Baba uses the word customs. You shouldn't be stopped at customs. So
Right.
in the sense of again, which is not pleasant. So I always say, do I want to carry this? So drop it, no, leave it. Every day, whenever we travel to India, we start packing. If it's more luggage or it's not useful, we just leave it, not pack it in the suitcase. So always remember you are traveling, you have baggage, and to reach destination, you only take whatever is useful. Or you are not stopped at customs.
Right. Thank you so much, Didi. That was wonderful. Thank you. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome to a Vikti journey sharing from ancestors.
बाबा की आशाओं की बनी तस्वीर रूहानी है, करते रहे पूरी हर आज्ञा हमने ठानी है। बाबा की आशाओं की बनी तस्वीर रूहानी है, करते रहे पूरी हर आज्ञा हमने ठानी है। बड़ों के आशीषों की ये तो मेहरबानी है, मीठे सुरों की बनी सरगम सबको सुनानी है।
जो साधन हमारे सामने है सब साइंस के साधन है और सब शक्तियां हमारे सामने प्रत्यक्ष है। उसके लिए हम कह नहीं सकेंगे कि ये कौन सी शक्तियां हैं। शक्ति है, प्लेन में चढ़ती है, कहां से कहां पहुंच जाती है बटन दबाते हुए। तो ये भी एक शक्ति है। तो रावण राज्य में ये शक्तियां काम कर रही है बहुत बड़ा। अब भगवान जब आते हैं तो भगवान कहते हैं बच्चे ये शक्तियां तो ऑलरेडी है कलयुग में, ये शक्तियां तो रावण के पास है। जैसे रावण राज चल रहा है अच्छी तरह से, परंतु उनसे बड़ी कौन सी शक्ति? वो है साइंस की शक्ति और ये है साइलेंस की शक्ति। साइलेंस की शक्ति का अंदर गहराई में जाके हम सब मनन चिंतन करें। साइलेंस की शक्ति माना आत्मक शक्ति प्लस कंबाइंड परमात्म शक्ति। तो जो प्रैक्टिकल निश्चय बुद्धि है, जिसको पक्का पक्का निश्चय है अपने आप में, अपने बाप में और ड्रामा में, स्वीट ड्रामा है, उसकी पूरी नॉलेज है, नॉलेज के साथ धारणा है, भगवान की श्रीमत पर चलने की शक्ति है उसके अंदर। तो उनके अंदर, मन के अंदर इतनी साइलेंस होती है, कोई भी व्यर्थ खाता नहीं, वेस्ट का संकल्प नहीं, स्वचिंतन और प्रभु चिंतन, उससे वो शक्ति अंदर जमा होती रहती है। साखीपन के सीट पर खड़े होके ड्रामा के राज को जानते हुए वो साइलेंस की शक्ति को अंदर जमा करते रहते हैं, क्योंकि उनका व्यर्थ खत्म हो जाता है। व्यर्थ बात उत्पन्न ही नहीं होती और व्यर्थ की बात जमा भी नहीं करते। ये सब कर्म इंद्रिया उनकी कर्म इंद्रिया है खुली हुई, आंखें खुली हुई है, कान खुले हुए हैं, मुख भी खुला हुआ है, लेकिन कोई भी व्यर्थ बात न आंखों के द्वारा देख के अंदर चिंतन को बढ़ाती है। ये क्यों हुआ, ये कैसे हुआ, ये ऐसे क्यों कर रहा है, ये ऐसे क्यों कर रही है, कैसे कर रही है, इस चिंतन से वो आत्मा फ्री है। वो हर एक के पाठ को जानते हैं, हर एक के पाठ को जानती है, उनकी नेचर को जानते हैं, उनके भविष्य को भी जान जाते हैं। तो उनका अंतरक बिल्कुल सागर के समान, भले ऊपर में लहरें होती है पर अंदर सागर के समान बिल्कुल ही शांत। तो उस शांति में बहुत शक्ति है, वेस्ट कुछ नहीं होता है, शांति जमा ही जमा होती रहती है। और वो जो साइलेंस की शक्ति है अंदर, माना मन उसका वश में रहता है, कंट्रोल में रहता है। माइंड इधर का उधर नहीं जा सकता है। मन मेरा है ना, बाबा ने परिचय दिया, मन मेरा है, मैं आत्मा बोलती हूं, ये संकल्प शक्ति मेरी है। इस संकल्प शक्ति को कहां लगाना और कैसे लगाना है मालूम है। तो हम अपने संकल्प को व्यर्थ में नहीं लगाएंगे। जो राइट बात है उसी के बारे में हम सोचेंगे, उसी के बारे में निर्णय करेंगे क्या करना है। रॉन्ग है उसको छोड़ दो, उसको छोड़ ही देती है साइलेंस की शक्ति वाला। और उनमें सब दिव्य गुणों की धारणा आ जाती है। ऐसा समय आ जाएगा तो उसमें सहनशीलता भी होंगी, ऐसा समय आ जाएगा तो कर्म इंद्र को जीत भी सकेंगे। कोई भी कर्म इंद्र उसको धोखा नहीं दे सकती। कर्म इंद्रिया जीत, निंद्रा है, आज निंद्रा कितनी खींचती है सबको। तो निंद्रा जो सबसे सूक्ष्म है, हाँ, जो सबको प्यारी लगती है, इसको जीतना भी लोगों को कठिन लगता है। लेकिन साइलेंस की शक्ति वाला जो अंदर ही अंदर परमात्म शक्तियों को जमा करता रहता है ना, वो निंद्रा जीत भी हो जाता है सहज ही सहज। और वो योग युक्त भी रहता है।
निराली शान है, दिल तख्त पर हमें रख लिया, खुद से ऊंचा मान देकर नाम दिल पर लिख लिया। ताज तख्त और तिलक की हमको अमर जागीर दी, ताज तख्त और तिलक की हमको अमर जागीर दी। जिंदगी जीने की हमको एक नई तदबीर दी, आपने बाबा हमें।
Om Shanti Avyakti Parivar. So tomorrow is Wednesday and our schedule Amrit Vela 3:30 a.m. to 4:45 a.m. Tomorrow is Wednesday, Avyakti Children Mooli class from 5 to 5:30 p.m. Meditation will start at 6 p.m. followed by Hindi series, meditation commentary live by Mohini Didi, English series and Avyakti Journey. So now let's do Avyak Mooli. Welcome to Avyakti Journey. Avyak Mooli is from 1969, speaking to the heart of an angel.
Avyakt Murli, 18th of April, 1971. The method and benefits of knowing the feelings of the mind. Are all of you who are sitting here stable in the stage of Manmanabhav? Those who are themselves stable in the stage of Manmanabhav are able to know the feelings in the minds of others. When any person comes in front of you, are you able to understand clearly the feelings of that person's mind by being stable in the stage of Manmanabhav? Because when your stage of Manmanabhav becomes the subtle stage, you are then able to understand the subtle stage and subtle feelings. So you are continuing to have experience of this practice. No matter what the words are, continue to practice understanding their feelings. When you are able to understand the feelings in someone's mind, what will the result be? By understanding the feelings of each one's mind, what will happen when you're able to fulfill their desires or desire for attainment? They will become what you wish them to become. That is, there will very quickly be success in service because they will attain something according to their desire. What would happen if a person who is thirsty for peace finds peace? Through that attainment, he will become an imperishable effort maker. So, what will be the result of you discerning the feelings of the mind and understanding them? A lot of success and service will be visible in a short time because you will become an embodiment of success. At the moment you are in your effort-making form, by developing this qualification, you will become an embodiment of success. Do you understand? At present, in order to bring about success, you have to give a lot of time, thoughts, wealth, and energy. What will happen then? Success itself will come in front of you. You will not have to use wealth. Wealth itself will come to surrender to you. Do you understand? There is this much difference by imbibing just the one thing. What is that one thing? It is to become Manmanabhav and know the feelings in each one's mind. Will the praise that is sung of the elements of nature being your servants happen in the golden age? In the golden age, you won't even be aware that you have attained everything by gaining victory over matter. However, since you are making so much effort to become victorious over matter, you will see the fruit and attainment of victory over matter in this elevated birth. Matter will not make you dependent, but being one who has a right, you will observe the tasks of matter. Do you understand? You will have such a perfect stage that there will be no type of dependency remaining. You will experience yourself having a right over everyone. What do you have to do in order to become like that? Firstly, spirituality. Secondly, godly intoxication should always be visible on your face. Thirdly, every soul should experience in a practical way the sanskara and virtue of you always being merciful in service. When all these three aspects the virtues of spirituality, godly intoxication, and of being merciful are visible practically in your form, in your stage, on your face, and in service, that is in action, then you can understand that success is coming close to you. All three have to be together. To be continued. Om Shanti.
With the feeling of being an instrument and being humble, construct the new world. The balance of being humble and an authority. The speciality of a server is of being a very humble world servant who has the authority of knowledge. To the extent that you remain humble, you accordingly remain a carefree emperor. Maintain the balance of being humble and an authority. The consciousness of having humility and of being unlimited and an instrument are the main basis of successful service.
निर्मल और निर्माणपन विश्व नवनिर्माण करो। निर्माण और ऑथोरिटी का बैलेंस। सेवाधारी की विशेषता है, एक तरफ अति निर्माण वर्ल्ड सर्वेंट, दूसरे तरफ ज्ञान की ऑथोरिटी। जितना ही निर्माण उतना ही बेपरवाह बादशाह। निर्माण और ऑथोरिटी का बैलेंस। निर्माण भाव, निमित्त भाव, बेहद का भाव, यही सेवा की सफलता का विशेष आधार है। ओम शांति।
Om Shanti. Om Shanti.